My dick fell off.
And
Oh,
you
shut up.
really, fucking really, it actually went live right as you fucking said that. You're just trying to ruin this.
Absolute. I'm joking. No, I'm not.
So tempted to just no, 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 no.
Yes, please behave.
Yes, do it. Okay. Hello,
No.
everybody. Welcome to The World Is Round, and everybody else's opinions don't matter.
Okay, I'm actually fine with that.
Actually, if I could play the devil's advocate, uh,
The devil's advocate is that those people are dumbasses and deserve to be pushed off the edge if there was one. Okay, so last we left off, you guys were sent away by Zodwar after he stopped time at Marigold's wedding. You landed here, and Velvet spotted a river towards the northeast, mainly to the north.
Technically, their devil is NASA.
Anyways,
Okay.
what do you guys do?
Is Velvet still flying up in the air?
Are you Velvet?
Yeah. Yes.
What do you see up there?
I see a river.
Is anybody objected to following it? It is more likely to lead back to a town.
let me lead. I don't. After what happened last time I let somebody lead, things went wrong.
Very well.
And,
Okay.
yeah, Guide's gonna follow the river, making sure that there's nothing following them.
You can make a perception roll to see if anything follows you.
Okay. Ooh, please be
Everybody
a
else
good
make
roll.
one?
If anyone who wants to make a perception roll can.
28.
Damn.
And a 21. Not bad.
Oh, poor Velvet. Um, Guide, you are obviously the most perceptive at the moment, and you don't notice anything following you besides Azure staying at your side, also seemingly very confused and dazed. As you guys walk along this river, uh, Guide and Velvet, and Naraya, if you are hearing this, because this is just a passive thing that would basically be impossible to miss unless you roll that one, um, you start to smell sea salt on the air. It's very faint, but it's there.
What? I know that Zodwar sent us far away from the town, but we were thousands of miles away from the beach.
Hmm.
Where are
I did
we?
not think he was such. Do not know.
What?
Sorry, Abba, you cut
Unfortunately,
out there.
hang on. All right, how about now?
I think you're good for now.
Unfortunately, I cannot seem to locate myself on the world. So, in a way, I have no idea if we are lost or not.
Corellius looks around and says, "Well, this place is definitely flatter than Bedonia." But yeah,
I do not believe I have traveled through here at all.
I don't think there's anything I could recognize around here.
I've never really left the southern coast, so
Um, if you guys want, roll a survival.
All right.
Survival or in nature. Either would work in this situation.
Let me roll nature instead.
Yeah.
I'll stick with the 20.
27.
Okay. You guys all notice that the sun is way further away in the sky than it was previously. Like, the wedding happened around 10, 11 a.m., but the sun is, like, squarely set to where what would be about 3 or 4 p.m.
So, would our characters be smart enough to know that we're in a different area? And, like,
Uh,
we're more east?
If you, I mean, if you got above a 20, yeah, you could tell that you are more east than you previously were.
Above a 20 and not a 20?
Yeah. Well, like a 20 and above. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So, Apple starts making fax machine noises. You know, that's his thinking noises.
Yeah.
And puts a finger up and says, I believe we are east.
Question is, are we more closer towards the east coast of Padonia or Ossenia?
I assume when we reach a village, we will be able to tell by their dialect or the language spoken.
Speaking of, as you guys start to okay, that's the wrong thing. As you guys start to get as this to those who can smell, the smell of the sea salt starts to grow more and more and more until you see the river meets a small little bay with a very sizable city in it. And you see that, oh, holy fuck, this isn't working now. What the shit? Okay. Uh, Anyways, you see that this is a port city, and as you look out, you see an ocean.
Can we do a history to see if we know this city?
You can. And I think when, oh wait, no, you're not. Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Velvet, you want to do a history? Today is just not your day, Velvet. Um, Guide, you can automatically tell that this is more of a naval. At least this city is more naval based, more naval based society. Uh, Velvet, all you can tell is that this place really likes to work with stuff dealing with the ocean because of the shipyards here. Uh, but got Apo, you can tell that you are you don't know the name of this city, but given the hints of being close to the ocean, extremely far east, and just all these things in general, you come to the realization you aren't in Ossenia, nor are you no longer in Padonia. You're now in Fumararia.
That is troubling.
Where? Oh wait, hold on.
Hmm.
I thought we were going. Guys, nature check is a lot higher than than my nature modifier. I was looking west, not east.
Anyways,
Um,
are you going to voice this, Apo?
We are much further than we think.
Well, where are we? Curlius asks.
Don't have. Well, it would take us. Damn, would it take us about a month or so to get to the place?
To the city or back to where the old group is?
Back.
With cart travel, only taking not even taking breaks in cities, just taking breaks to rest on the road, it would take at most 2 to 3 months.
At our current rate of travel, both with cart and without, we will not be able to reach our comrades within 2 to 3 months.
Dang.
Did
Well,
not believe Zaldor had this ability, and now we know he does.
that means we're even farther away from Arsenia. That means that gear is definitely not going to be able to help us at all.
It would seem not.
Well, there's only one thing we can really do. We're low on gold, and we don't really have any form of travel. And seeing how we're in unknown lands, I don't know how dangerous this country is. So we might want to get at least a small wagon to travel with and some horses.
I mean,
There's more than likely.
sorry. Apple, you know what country they are in. You haven't mentioned that yet. Just pointing that out.
Yeah, I'm not good at names, as you know.
Okay. Fumuraria.
Umararia?
Fumuraria.
Where are you?
Okay, just pretend
Yeah,
whenever
everybody-
I say the name, Apo says it.
Yeah, because I'm not good at saying words, apparently.
Fumuraria.
It's humorous, can't you tell?
It starts with
Anyway.
an F, but okay.
I know, I was making a joke.
Ah.
We are in insert country name here.
At that, Curlius's eyes goes wide like, Fumuraria. Are you certain?
It would seem the case.
Well, that's troubling. We are clear on the other side of the continent. What is that perception for, Naraya?
Shit, it's a secret.
No, that was because you had asked everybody for perception earlier.
Well, it's good.
I just now got in front of my computer and got everything switched over and stuff.
Well, if you heard everything we were talking about, you were here up to this point. As you look out to the city, you do see people moving around in it. And you actually see the mass of what seems to be really big ships in the port over here, but not much else besides those.
Can I roll history to see if I've ever been here before?
Yeah, you can. It's unlikely you've been here unless it was for backstory. Yeah, no, you may never been here before.
And if I have, I don't remember it.
Yeah. Don't forget to add your character token to this
I
too.
already did.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Over here on this side of the Gennaro.
Let me... Hey, it worked.
I just realized that a lot of these names are fucking dumb. Like over here, this says West Quarter, and over here it says Sunrise District.
Who's the furry?
You know who that is. You're just trying to get a rise.
Genuinely, I don't.
It's
I-
guide.
Okay.
Fucking. But yeah, you guys are just
Well, I
outside
know why your
this.
name is Guide.
I'm sorry,
You
what was going on?
you
I
knew
haven't
that. Nura, you knew that. You,
Um, Out of character? No, I didn't.
yes, you did.
What's going on?
No, I really didn't.
Apparently, Naraya never knew your character's name up until now.
No, I knew the
Bullshit.
name. No, I knew the name. I didn't know that they were a dog person.
That is a tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
That looks like a fucking dog.
It's a cat. Where the fuck did you see a
I'm
dog?
zoomed out, and it looks like a dog.
Yeah, zoom in.
I'm
It's a
glad to see
cat.
that our
It's literally
I'm glad
making the fucking cat face.
Anyways,
I'm glad
I
to
was
see
gonna
our
say,
welcome
now I
back
know why
is,
your name was, Guide, because Guide Dog, but
no.
okay.
No.
Anyways, so you
All right, so
guys,
bring us back on track.
yes, bring us back
I
on.
believe that we should investigate the city and see what we can learn. We should be on guard. We do not know what these people are like.
Yeah, it's best to get on our feet, so to say, to know what's going on around here.
Oh, don't worry. Why don't we just find the most powerful person and assassinate them again? That sounds like a great idea, right, Noraya?
I'm not going to apologize for my actions. It was justified.
While it was justified, we did agree that we were going to try to bring him in before anything happened. Due to the circumstances of Zaldor showing himself and, more than likely, as he said, looking to kill Adamar, I will overlook what you did. But we must work together now. We
You
do
had
not
a
have the
hand in
full
it.
group with us. I wanted him arrested. I wanted him in jail for the rest of his life for what he had done. If
And
he would have
killing
resisted,
him
if he
would
would
have
not have
been better.
killing him or seeing him in jail for the rest of its natural life, either or would have worked. Going with the bounty of alive would have made it easier for us to, at the very least, work through it with Marigold. Now we cannot. And now we are here. No matter what, Adamar was going to die. Zaldor saw to that. But we must work together now. No more going against what we agree on. Please. Did the Discord die?
I mean, I didn't go against what we agreed on. You said dead or alive, and I was going with what was decided upon.
It is in the past now, and there is nothing we can do to change it, one way or another.
But
Now,
as what was said about, being careful, I can be stealthy and try to just observe people and see what is going on, if that is what is needed to be done.
Velvet, Guide, what do you think?
The hell you want? I'm gonna go find I'm gonna go find an inn where we can go stay the night at. And Guide's just gonna walk away.
See,
Say again, Velvet?
go for us.
Eh,
I should probably try to help in that way too.
well, I don't have anywhere to go, so I guess I'll go with you a lot. it probably wouldn't be safe for me to stay out here.
It would seem not. So, quick question: is it now later in the day from where we're at now, or is it earlier?
Um, it time zone shit. So it's it's still the same time back in Bedonia, but it's because you guys are in Fumararia, it's a few hours ahead for you guys.
Okay.
We're in the future? God damn.
Not literally. But anyways,
All right. What do we see as we enter the town?
um as you enter the town, you all see that again, it seems this place seems to have a very high pride in being a Nariah, what the
I'm
fuck?
sticking close. I'm sticking to the back, and I am sticking kind of close to shadows and buildings and stuff, just so that I can just kind of not really have anybody notice me while I am just looking around, observing everyone.
Anyways.
Yeah, none of us had an issue with it, so.
Yeah.
I know,
Anyways.
that's why I asked
mhm,
first.
Uh anyways, you guys notice that this town is very naval in culture. They have fish markets, they have different tackle shops and things for nets and boat repair shops and whatnot. And you also see a seemingly high density of tieflings, tritons, and sea elves here.
Hmm.
Like, of course, there's a few humans, a few dwarves, the normal hodgepodge of races, but this is very different than it was in Bedonia, where it seems that tieflings and out of the normal elves live here.
Is anybody giving us like weird looks?
Yeah, well, of course, there's some looking at you, but they don't seem weirded by your presence at all. Though, of course,
Good
you
to
wouldn't
know.
know, Nariah, because no one seems to fucking notice you.
You said out of the norm elves. Are there any Shadarkai here?
Roll perception. Hmm. If there are, you don't see any. Like, they aren't very visibly out as Shadorkai.
Okay.
Hmm.
With
Is
that,
there?
would I also notice anything out of the ordinary happening, like down any of the alleys or anything
Eh,
as we pass by?
you don't seem to notice anything shady around this part of town.
Okay.
As you guys start to come up to this part, known as Old District, you see specifically this building on the corner here, a sign hanging over into the street, and it says Malice's Wonderful Wares and More. Spelled Mallius. I will put it into the Roll20 so you guys can see.
Hmm. Would anyone care to have a look?
Guide would have ran ahead to look for inn for everybody to stay at. So I don't think she's with the group.
Okay, yeah, you'd be like probably around there.
I will look uh at Apo and say, if you don't mind, I would rather look for someplace like a tavern, we might be able to get better answers at someplace like that.
Very well.
So while you go here, I can go and try and find that if you don't mind.
Speaking of a
Yeah.
tavern and inn, you guide you for this big square here. You see a simple sign saying Sir Loland's place.
Guide will walk into the door.
As you walk in, again, it's very uh, densely packed with Triton and the with Triton and Sea Elves and like a really odd pair over in the corner. One a very portly man, and the other very seemingly old and weathered with ear gauges. Back in the corner booth, which really stick out to you. And
Is the tavern and in the same place?
yeah, it's a tavern and in combination. And at
Damn it.
the what? It's the closest
Nothing.
one to you.
It just. Yeah, I know. It makes what I was going to do pointless now.
Yeah. And you also see at the bar a female Triton with very light blue eyes and dark blue skin and neon green hair. I will put her up on here.
Yeah, Guide is gonna walk up to
Fancy.
the bartender.
Also, I need to upload this. Hello, I'm Sir Lolan. How may I help you?
Can I get a room for 5 people?
A big traveling party. I'll have to check. I'm not sure if I have enough rooms for all of you. You might have to share. It's been awfully busy today because, well, the fishing industry's in big boom this time of year, you know?
Yeah.
Where are you
know.
from? Where are you from, stranger?
I'm from all over the place down in the south, honestly.
Never heard of somewhere cold all over the place. You'll have to show me sometime.
I mean, my people are nomads.
Ah, I see. My family used to be like that too, until I decided to settle down here.
Yeah. How much will the rooms be?
Oh, well, because they're in high demand, they're going to be a little bit higher, but likely just 15 silver a night per room.
Okay. Times 5, 75 silver.
For 5 people?
15 times 5 is
Yeah.
75.
No, yeah, I mean, that was in character. Huh. I'll see. I'll see if we have that many rooms available. And she starts to head upstairs. What is your passive perception?
19.
The pair I pointed out earlier, the portly man and I'm gonna put their tokens up too. These two. You notice them laughing about something. The bigger man obviously being the louder of the two.
Do I hear what they're talking about?
Do you want to use your passive, or do you want to see if you can get something higher?
Will my passive beat it?
Your passive is definitely going to pick up some parts of it, if not most of
Okay,
it.
I'll use my regular perception then.
Okay, rolling for it.
I shouldn't. Oh wait, no, it's a 20. It's a dirty 20.
Yeah. Dirty 20, yeah. Are you gonna like get closer or stay where you are at the bar?
I'm gonna stay where I am at the bar. I'm not gonna like. I'm just gonna listen and in on the conversation.
The big man is just sitting there fucking slapping his knee over something funny. I can't believe we were able to. I can't believe that we were able to trick those fools into giving us their ship. Oh, it's going to be a wonderful season for us. And the other man just meekly says, "Yes, it will, brother. Yes, it will."
Um, Guide is going to um, Guide's going to wait for them to leave, and then whenever the bartender gets back, um, Guide's gonna ask about them.
Okay. Um, they, yeah, they just sit there shooting the shit for a little bit longer until they both get up and saunter out. Um, while you, while they leave you, can you make another perception for me, please?
Yes, that's a nat one.
Yeah, you don't notice shit. Yeah. As they saunter out of the bar, clearly a
Huh?
little bit tipsy.
Sorry. I'll mute myself.
Clearly a little tipsy. Um, Sir Lolan comes back down. He says, yeah, we barely have that many. You'd be taking up the rest of the rooms.
Right, and question: that bigger guy and the older guy, um, who are they? They were talking about
Oh.
tricking somebody into a ship.
She rolls her eyes as you mention them. Oh, the mismatched duo. And I hope you don't think that the one with the ear gauges is the older brother. Yeah, that's Rayleigh and Inilos Laura Valor. They're kind of big fishmongers around here. They have a big trade network all the way up into the Jungian Empire. Trick some younger man into giving up his ship recently.
Guide's going to get put down the 7 gold that she would need to pay for the rooms, and then sort of like hold out her like coin pouch and whisper into the bartender's ear. And where would you say this new ship is, if you knew?
Oh, it's in the harbor now. It's a pretty interesting thing. Apparently, it's been the man's family for generations, but he's been no good at using it.
And is this area well protected?
Is this area well detected? Well
No,
protected.
protected.
Sorry, I
No,
meant
like
protected. Out of
is the
character, I
harbor
meant protected. Well,
um
considering that this is the capital, yeah, it's pretty well protected.
there's no weak points at all? Ones where somebody might be able to slip in and maybe steal a ship while everybody's distracted?
Why are you asking?
Let's just say I have a my no, my nomad family no is known for helping people through their skills.
She looks a little bit around the bar and leans in. Are you gonna try to get that shit back to that man?
What if I was?
Well, I might be able to remember a thing or two if I could get something in return.
Guide's going to put down one. Guy's going to put down gold piece after gold piece until there's about 3 gold pieces, like 3 extra gold pieces, and
Um,
say, "Is this enough?"
she carefully looks around again and slides those extra 3 gold pieces into her pocket and whispers, there's a few different there's a few different ship docks here, and there's one that the lower Valors own privately, and their security isn't exactly the best. The ship is the King's Mill. It's the medium-sized one on the very end of the dock. They typically change out guards around 8 p.m. and they leave it completely unprotected for about 15 minutes.
Thank you for your service.
And thank you
Leave her.
for being a wonderful patron. I hope to see your friends soon. May I have your name so that way I can know who belongs to your group?
Guide, Mariah, um,
Velvet Apo Corellius.
Velvet. Yeah. Sorry, I almost said
Fine.
Vivian for some reason.
All right. I'll keep
So
keep
you
out for
just
them.
haphazardly give our names.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Oh, someone leave?
Or Velvet, yeah.
Ah.
Guide will say, "Thank you," and I'll make sure that there's a reward once I'm done with this task.
Yeah, don't rush it though. Is there anything else I can get you?
No, I think it's about it. Might want to check. Might want to check up with my group now.
Okay. Speaking of group, what are you guys doing?
I mean, I
What
was
was
heading
the
towards the tavern.
You're heading towards the tavern anyways.
I mean, that's what I had said before I found
Uh,
out that it was the exact same place that they were going.
Probably by the time Guide is finished talking with Sir Llewellyn, then you catch up and see her inside.
Oh,
What was that, Guide?
nothing. My cat just scratched my arm.
Oof. Okay.
Ooh.
So, Velvet, Appa, what are you guys doing?
So this place that you told us about, the very first one, the
Malleus's
Malicious-
wonderful
Malleus?
Malleus's wonderful wares and more. I did put it into the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, I saw.
At least
I'm
the
just not
name.
good at saying things. English is a hard language.
I don't know if this would even count
as
as
much-
English anymore. Sorry.
Apple will go to it later, but he's gonna make his way to where Guide and Naraya went.
Okay,
Oh.
so I take it you do the same, Velvet?
You said that they would be done talking by the time that I get there, or they're just finishing up.
Like they're just finishing up.
Can I roll perception on that to see if I notice any of their like hushed murmurings or anything?
No, what you came towards the end of was them acting as if they were talking about normal business. So you wouldn't hear the whole ship plan there unless Guide filled you in on it.
Okay.
God, unless you're still stealthing, Naraya, God, I would say that your passive 19 would notice her walking in.
I mean,
Guy
I
was
would actively be trying not to draw attention, so I mean, I would still be.
Yeah, roll stealth again for walking in then. Ooh,
yeah, that mine beats it.
dang. But it does beat the passive perception of everyone else in the room, so there's that. Gonna say
Yeah,
anything,
guy.
guy? Oh,
Guy will just say, "I need to catch up with my group," and then just walk past Naraya, like completely ignoring her.
Well, I would have heard that part, right? About needing to catch up.
yeah.
And like
Yeah,
as
as you
Guy,
as you're going to go past me, I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm kind of right here. I caught up with you.
yeah, Guy's just gonna ignore her.
I think.
Ooh, close odor.
Damn. Um.
Raise an eyebrow. I'm just gonna go and sit down at one of the tables and just kind of try and catch any conversations about the area and things that are going on.
Yeah, mainly just idle talk about. Mainly just talk about how well the fish seem to be this season. Talk about some guys that isn't in a positive light about some guys named the Lara Valors. But it's nothing general, just talking about kind of how shady of businessmen they are.
Yeah, I'll sit and I'll see if I can catch any more information about these shady people.
Not much else besides that. Guide, and you get back with the group. With the rest of
Okay,
the group, that is.
Guide will talk to um everyone there and say, "Hey, can
Greeting.
yeah, so I have some business I need to do in the alleyway, and I kind of don't want to be jumped. I don't know how bad the city is. Can you guys watch me, make sure nobody like attacks me or anything like that?"
What
Ooh.
exactly have you?
Yeah.
What have you gotten yourself into, guy?
Can Okay, I need to take a piss in the alleyway. Can you guys just help a girl out? Like,
Is that deception or?
yeah.
Yeah, roll deception, and if anyone wants to see through that, roll insight. So Velvet and Apo, if you want to see through that. Damn.
Well,
Velvet.
So everybody rolls a nat 20.
well, I certainly didn't. I rolled a goddamn 4.
Velvet.
And they're really having some Discord issues.
Yeah. Well, if you're not gonna roll, then yeah, Apo, you think that guide is telling the truth?
Ah, I will help you.
Curlius isn't gonna roll or anything like that.
Curly, I guess I could just roll, but you guys keep forgetting he's not an adventurer or anything. He's just your average dude. I guess like the closest would be like a +2 or something. Yeah, see, he rolled worse than Apo. I was like, you know, there's bathrooms, right? That's a thing now.
Well, people can easily sneak in them, and the locks aren't that great. And I can just transform into a dog, and it'll be fine.
This is the weirdest goddamn.
Guide is
Um,
not good at improvising, okay?
all right. Yeah, Velvet doesn't see into it either.
Guide's just gonna. Guide's just done trying to convince them and just starts dragging them into the alleyway at this point.
Like this, the nearest alleyway?
Yeah, like the nearest empty alleyway.
Okay.
That's what we'll go with.
And Guide's gonna say, okay. So I might have found something out. A way that we can, serve justice and find a way to get to Padonia without needing a cart. And maybe getting there faster?
Well, that would be very helpful.
You see, I heard of these two very horrible people. They tricked this young man into stealing his boat, and apparently it's at the very end of the dock. And, best part is, for 15 minutes, the place is completely unguarded.
Well, if it's to help people in need,
So my idea is we could steal the ship back. I mean, we're stealing from thieves. It's not exactly like we're stealing from the poor or anything like that. And then we return it to the man. And, I heard that he isn't exactly the best fisherman, so maybe he would buy it off of us. I mean, I have a little.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't think 100 gold coins is going to cut it, but maybe if we help him out a little bit, maybe get some work done, build up some coin, maybe then we can convince him to sell it to us. That way, we can get to Padonia. We can get back to Padonia very quickly.
well, I have no issue with the plan. So just let.
Sorry, Apple, you cut out again.
Damn it. Okay, give me a second. Okay, how about now?
You're good.
Okay. I mean, as I said in character, uh, if you believe this is the right way to go about it, it may also make us, well, more liked in the city by other people, for we are willing to do what is right.
Yes. That's my exact point. And maybe we while some of us are stealing the ship, maybe we could figure out fishmongers where these fishmongers keep their money at. Maybe we could use that to pay for the ship.
It is worth a check. What do you think, Aurelius? Velvet?
Um, I mean, if it's righting or wrong, did they actually steal it off of him?
They tricked him, but technically it's illegal for moral reasons, but not for legal reasons. But most cities care more about morals than laws, so I think the city will be on our side.
Well, it depends on how influential these two are.
Oh, from how the inn owner talked about them, they're very not well liked, if I could say. Besides, I think I need some sort of anger management, and I think putting it to the rich would be the best course of action.
All right. But of course, I can't join you guys on this endeavor.
Yes, well, you can't really help us during the mission. What you could do is look for information.
I can try.
Take Aja with you, just take Aja with you, just in case you run into trouble.
All right. And he walks up, pats Azure, and Azure has left your party. Oh, where is Naraya, by the way? Did she go with you, or?
Last time I saw her, she was back at the inn.
Good, then she could probably help me. And with that, he also starts to walk to the inn.
Just the mention of Naraya's name, Guy just rolls her eyes.
You gotta play nice now.
What is your deal with Naraya?
Okay, this is in character reasons, not like I hate Naraya's character. I promise.
You'll have to talk it out.
At the end, they will kiss and make up.
No,
That's kind of hot.
gonna get a knife in the throat probably.
Okay, enough with the threats
So-
of.
Apple looks at Guide and says, "So, are you still going to relieve yourself?"
Oppo, I was doing that so we get the attention away from us.
By peeing in an alleyway.
Well, what do you think would get more attention? Some tabaxi saying that they have to use the bathroom and need somebody to watch after them, or somebody saying, hey, I want to commit a fucking heist?
The first one may get you thrown into a mental asylum. That's all I'm saying.
Some real Dutch van der Linde type shit here. You're not even 15 minutes in the new town and you're already planning a heist.
I got a plan, Apple.
Oh my god.
Apple just wearing a big ass cowboy hat because damn right. It's all cut up so that it fits his like iron halo thing on his head.
Guide van der Linde.
Oh boy.
God.
Well, what time are they supposed to go away from the boat?
At 8 p.m. At that point, we have 15 minutes to get a plan to get that boat out of the dock. And I think with my pass without a trace, I could get us on the boat without being seen. That way, we'll have 15 minutes to just get the boat out of there instead of actually getting on the boat.
While I may not be able to be seen, I am quite loud.
You're right.
I could watch from the dock if need be and assist if it is required, but it would be for the best if I do not assist.
I mean, I guess you could stand outside the dock and make sure the guards don't come back. Make sure the guards don't come back.
I could do that.
Maybe knock them out if they try to cause trouble.
That would be assault.
Yeah, Oppo. There's times where you kind of need to knock out the bad guy here. You've done it several different times.
I have done it to those who deserve it, not the guard.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are mercenaries, not guards. They're bad people.
Mercenaries are simply looking for a living.
Okay, they're working for horrible people, Oppo. And I'm not saying you have to kill them. I'm saying just subdue them. Make them go to sleep.
Actually, I can cast magical darkness, and I can also make Apple kind of smaller.
Are you saying you can turn Apo into Crank?
Pretty much.
Is that
I
the new
mean-
canon now that Crank just grew up?
That
I
could work.
I can cast a spell enlarge or reduce. I can reduce Apple size and cast magical darkness. That way they can't see us.
I think the magical darkness might give us away, but we might be able to cast the magical darkness while we're getting rid of the boat.
Well, either way, but you can cast it onto an object. We can throw the object, and wherever the object of the magical darkness is on, it spreads 15-foot radius of the object or person.
Maybe we could use that in case we get caught. Maybe we could throw Appo. Guy says jokingly.
I do not believe, even if I was small, that you could throw me. No offense, guy, but you do not exactly look strong.
Odger could throw you. I don't know.
I do not believe Azure has the ability, without any opposable thumbs, to throw me.
A mouth and a strong neck. And I could. Fuck it. I could turn a gorilla or something. Wait, would God know what a gorilla is? Fuck.
Roll nature.
Are you turning Apo into Optimus Primal?
Okay, let me roll nature to see if God knows what gorilla is. Probably. Oh,
Yeah, you do.
okay.
Just watch out for the sea gorillas. They T-pose through the water.
Yeah, God will say, I can just turn into a gorilla and throw you or something.
Apo's head tilts to the side before, like, steam comes out of his ears. How would that work?
You know how I can turn into animals? I could turn
Yep.
into a gorilla, grab you while you're small, throw you, and then Velvet can stop focusing on the reduce part of the spell, and then you can just, do what you're good at.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna put this here now. This is what I imagine what happens after Apo gets thrown. Just a gorilla walking down the plank.
Problem with that guide.
What?
Enlarge reduce doesn't increase or reduce weight.
I thought it did.
No, it
No.
didn't. Sadly,
But I'm sure a gorilla could throw Apple. How much does he weigh?
500 pounds.
Shit, a gorilla can lift 1 ton, I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
No, they actually have an upwards weight lift of like 300 or 400.
Enlarge reduce does reduce the weight.
I mean, hmm,
By 1/8.
Huh.
shit, that's enough. I only need him to weigh 100 pounds less.
Anyways,
Nothing.
And throw 400 pounds.
They're gonna throw Apple. He's gonna sink like a rock into the ocean, and then they're just gonna have to walk his ass back out. It's fine.
I don't know. I'll think of a plan for if we get caught. But I think the darkness is a good idea. And I think Apo maybe, I don't know, kind of don't want to leave anybody behind, but at the same time, you can handle yourself, but I don't know how strong these mercenaries are.
Well, if so, we can also go at Plan B.
What's plan B?
Me.
Okay.
You guys. No, you guys sneak on the ship. I'll be right behind you. I can go for distraction. I can use a mirror illusion.
I mean,
Hmm.
but what if that fails?
It won't fail.
well, if it fails, it won't.
Okay, and what if you get caught?
If here's the question: if I get caught, they can't catch me. They have to see what they can catch.
Okay.
We should see what we can do beforehand. Let us have a look at the harbor and see exactly what we.
That sounds like a good idea.
While that is going on, Naraya, as you continue to listen to the idle chit chat of the tavern slash inn, you see Curlius and Azure walk in.
I'll kind of just give them a nod as they come in the door.
Curlius walks over to you, says, "Well, this is an interesting turn of events, isn't it?"
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I wasn't planning on having me transported who knows how far across the continent.
Yeah, it's. I don't think really anyone plans for that. uh, but what even happened, anyways? This one moment we were there at the wedding, and the next now we're here. Uh, Apo said something about Zador.
Yeah, apparently he was the person that I guess was disguised or cast a spell on himself or something to appear as someone else, and had come to us with a deal, and I stupidly made a deal with him because I thought that he was being honest about helping us. And the moment that I was going to try to kill Marigold's father, Adamar, uh, he revealed himself, and time seemed to slow down around us. And then he teleported us after monologuing, and yeah, then we ended up here.
I. Wow, that's definitely unexpected. And
Yeah,
that
tell
hardly.
me about it.
It hardly sounds like your fault in the first place. The more we learn about him, the more powerful he is, it seems. I doubt there was any way for you to know.
I mean, that was my first time meeting him, so
That too. He looks around and then leans in and whispers, Did Guy tell you her plan?
no, actually, I tried to talk to her and she just completely ignored me and walked out.
That's odd. Well, apparently there was this group of these two fishmongers that tricked a man out of his boat, and now they're planning on stealing it back and giving it to him, possibly selling it back to him. Though, with what she said, the time the guard changes that's going to be a few hours from now.
Well, clearly, if she wanted me involved, she would have asked me to come with her if she was explaining it to everyone.
She's tasked me and Nadra here with getting more details, but seems everyone keeps forgetting I'm just not meant for adventuring like you all are. I mean, just. I mean, look at me. I'm not nearly as strong as any of you. I don't have any magical talents besides my animism, and that's not something I can control. I just I've just been a burden more than anything besides the few times my talents can come into play.
Well, I've been sitting and listening. I take it these people that she is trying to take this boat from. Do you know their name or anything?
Out of character, did you mention their names?
Guy would have mentioned their names. I just forgot what they were.
Yeah, Rylan and Inialos, Laura Valor brothers. Ralph, not Rylan. Ralph.
Well, from what I've heard, um, talk about the Lavalors or Lara Valors. Uh, everybody here that I've listened to has said that they're shady, so I haven't gotten to collect any more information than that.
Well, if the town truly does think that of them, then if this crime does go through like they want, then I doubt anyone's going to say anything about it.
That's why I've been trying to listen and see what all I can make out, see how influential they are, or disliked, or any anything of the sort.
If
Their name keeps coming up, so I figured I'd see what I could find out about them.
hmm, if Zador was at the wedding, do you think Marigold and the others are all right? I mean, I know Sigil and Alicine didn't go, but what do you think about her and the rest of her family?
I I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know if he would have done anything to Marigold. I hope that she's okay. Um, he didn't seem to be too pleased with Adamar. So I'm hoping that he doesn't take that out on her and her mother.
Zador doesn't seem pleased with anyone that isn't explicitly human. Wait, did I say Adamar or Zador? Sorry if
I think you just said Adamar.
I meant Zador. My brain has been fucked up. But anyways, I don't think Zador is pleased with anyone that isn't explicitly human. I mean, look what he did to me. I don't have to tell you that again, right? I already told you this, right?
I don't think that he told her that, because like she really doesn't have very much information on Zaldor. Like I think she's overheard a few discussions, like in the clerks and stuff, of you guys talking. But like, for the most part, I don't think Naraya really has very much information about Zador. She was, because whenever I joined, it was more about Adamar,
The
and
moment,
so
yeah.
most of the conversation she was in, it was about Adamar.
Well,
Like that was the first time that she saw Zaldor and everything. So like,
well, yeah, I knew that much.
at the moment, she wants to kill him because of what he just did. But like, other than that, I don't think she ever really like was part of any conversation about Zaldor.
Okay. Well, you can
For the
turn
most
this.
part,
Hmm,
yeah.
you can turn this into her learning about that.
I mean, I don't want to cause you grief. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. Um, I mean, I've heard little bits and pieces of conversations about Zador, but I didn't know how he looked, how he acted, really much of anything like that until, you know, what happened. Um, but I'm not going to ask you to go over and through all that again. It's from what I understand now about him, he's a pretty deceptive asshole.
Deceptive and cruel. I suppose it wouldn't hurt for you to learn more about our enemy. Well, I suppose this is something you already know. Zador is the emperor of the Kildiskian Empire, and rules it with an iron fist. He does. I was actually
Oh.
temporarily imprisoned on this prison island, Iskalava. I was there for a long time, and there was some misconception about me being an architect or something. I don't know why they wanted an architect of all things, but they tortured me for for almost my entire time there. By the time Marigold and the group came around, I was an emaciated husk, and I should have died. But they brought me back to solid land, and I've been traveling with them since that ever since. And of course, there's some other despicable things he's behind, like his whole quote unquote penal legion. If you want, you can roll history on that. Like, you weren't there for that, but we can see if your character knows about that.
I think she might know a little bit because she was in the Caldeskian Empire because of the person that she was hunting down to kill.
Yep. From what Naraya knows, they are a legion of prisoners that the Kildiskian Empire forces to fight, and they all wear these really weird masks. But that's what from Naraya knows.
I think the person that I took the bounty on was involved with a section of that.
Do you know if he was guarded by them or if he produced them? You can go either way here.
As far as I remember, I believe he was guarded by them.
Well, undead
Though
soldiers. Oh, sorry.
their guarding wasn't very well, seeing as how I got to him.
Well, that's both the benefit and the curse of of an undead soldier, isn't it? Very loyal, not very perceptive.
Yeah, they definitely weren't very perceptive.
Not gonna make a comment on the undead part.
Though I didn't know that they were undead.
Oh yeah, the mask hides it. That's what keeps them up and standing and taking orders.
Ah, would have been good to know back then. Would have saved me a little bit of trouble if I'd known that I could just pull the mask off.
Oh, it's not as simple as that. It's magically bound to them, basically their face. You'd have to be very strong to rip it off. It was actually, for a short time, someone we had that came free of that control, but he disappeared.
Could you not just cut it off?
No, it's physically melded to their face. He didn't have his after it came off, and we didn't rip it off of him. Apo broke it.
Well, I mean, if I'm fighting them now, I'm not really going to be worried if their front part of their head is missing or not. That's why I meant by cutting it off.
You could try that. Yes. Zador's empire is a very cruel one. And he has some dealings with
Thing
some
I've
old.
known about this world, it's most of it is cruel.
Yes, and he also has some dealing with an old god obsessed with blood, but I don't know much about that. We can leave that there. Guide Velvet Apo. Uh, we could have. You can like skip forward from where you were at previously with, and so with that, what are you guys doing?
I assume we would be heading to the harbor now.
You fine with that, Guide Velvet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys head there, you see very clear signs pointing to the Laravalor port, and it's over on the eastern side of town.
Right, then we'll head there.
Okay. As you make your way there, you can see that it's, at least right now, it is a very busy place. Still more Triton, Sea Elves, and tieflings are wondering about. You notice that around here, for the most part, the tieflings are shades of green, blue, and gray. Though there is the occasional one that you're familiar with.
So, I assume we are around like these
Yes.
areas.
Yes, it looks very small
How deep is the
on
water?
the bay. Oh, I'd
Well,
say
where the
where the ships are docked.
Mhm.
I'd say around there it's about 10, 12 feet deep. Enough so the ships don't scrape.
Apo begins to think.
Begins what?
Begins to think of a plan.
Steam pours out of where his ears are.
Fax machine starts going.
Yeah.
Dial-up internet begins.
Guide, make a perception for
How?
me. Oh
Oh,
wait, sorry. Do you want to
I was gonna
continue?
say how big. Like we can see the ship. Yeah, I was gonna say just where is the ship? Is it on like the which
Yeah.
one of these is it located
It's
on?
it's the furthest left one here. Like, of course, this isn't accurate to how many docks there actually are. There's about like 10, but it's on the furthest one left of the entire dock area. Oh, someone's echoing.
One second.
Yeah, Discord's being weird for me today.
Okay. Was that perception for right now, guide? Oh, well.
It was
Yeah, you can see that there are multiple ships here, all of varying sizes. Ones that can just be from small ones that obviously aren't meant out to go into deep waters, that can be manned by 4 people at most, to ones that look like they need a whole crew of like 20 to 30 just to barely manage.
Can we see the ship we need to see at the moment?
Okay, hold on.
Like, is it a galleon? Is it just like a small fishing vessel? Like, what is it?
I'm trying to find a good size comparison. It's it's above. It's like above. It's bigger than a sloop, so it's like actually big enough for fishing.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, sorry. I
Welcome
was
back.
trying to find this earlier, but I couldn't find like any
So
general size.
it's
So
a
it's
schooner, basically.
schooner. That's probably what it is. It's probably around the size of a schooner. Yeah. And
So what is it? Sorry.
sorry, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see on the big one in front of you, it's almost the size of a galleon. You can see that they are dumping huge loads of fish. Like at a cursory glance, looks like the nets that they pulled in are carrying like 3-4 tons of fish. And there's a lot of bycatch that they're keeping. And of course, you do see the King's Mill at the end of the dock. Oh, were you saying something, Apo, before Guide's perception?
Apo was going to point out something to the everybody with them. I believe I might have another plan.
What's your plan?
The water is deep enough that I would be hidden underneath it if I was to go under. yet not tall enough that if I wasn't large, I couldn't grab the boat and drag it away simply by walking along the bottom.
Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean it.
I mean, if he got enlarged, he would become 6 foot to 12 foot, and his arm reach would be 6 foot.
Yeah,
that could work.
yeah, that could actually.
I mean, would you be able to get it out in 15 minutes? It might be a bit easier to get it out of there and then maybe sail
Maybe.
it. After all, I do
The
have
water,
the ability to cast gusts of wind, so I probably could guide the boat out of here.
considering the size of the boat and considering how much I weigh, even with me becoming larger, I could simply just lift my feet off the soil, and it would simply float away. And whenever I needed to stop, I could simply step down.
Wouldn't you be too
Either
heavy
way,
for that?
I do not think so. Those schooners can take quite a large amount of fish, at least almost as equal to my weight, well, if not more.
Okay.
It
Sounds
is
like
an
a
option.
plan. I think it would definitely be a better idea to at least get the boat out of there. Maybe try to get it to a place that's more hidden first before we start sailing with it. At least if it looks more like at least as if it looks more like an accident than a thievery and everything goes to shit, nobody's going to be arrested because of this.
I
I would,
like. There's one thing that I could add to this, but I don't want to add it because I want to see if you guys can figure out on yourself. But so far, this actually does sound like a really good plan as a DM.
Guide, I will allow you to decide what we go with.
I need
If
to do more. Oh, sorry.
if my plan is used, at the very least, they could not stop me. They would not be able to hit me with arrows or any such things that would really harm me, since the boat will be gone by that point. If they do try to come after us, then you both could stop them. But I do not believe they have any extra boats. It seems like every other dock here is just simple fishermen.
There is one problem, though.
What would
The
that be?
Tritons.
Hmm.
I'm gonna guess that they can swim underwater and probably breathe underwater for at least a while.
I must bring up a question. Would you attack a 12-foot tall brass man that is carrying a ship away?
If that ship was expensive, probably.
How expensive does the boat look, DM?
Um, I what would be roll intelligence? Just like flat intelligence.
Hang on. 7.
You don't really get a good look at it, but it's a bit older, so you would guess somewhere in the price range of 20 to 50 gold.
Here, let me try to do an intelligence check.
So I will
Fucking
say this.
Christ.
I'll say this. It is real world of, if you're not taking care of your boat, if you're not using it all the time and you're just kind of leaving it there for no purpose other than just to ferry people or such like that,
Yeah.
your boat can actually get very badly damaged if you just let it like that. You need to take care of your boat.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, it's definitely taken care of. It's just definitely, I guess you could say, older in construction than the rest of them are. But yeah, Guy, do you think this is going to be one of the most expensive boats in the entire bay?
Oh Jesus!
I mean, to me, it looks pretty expensive, but I mean,
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Velvet.
shit about boats.
Yeah, Velvet is the closest. That's not it's not a save, just a normal intelligence check, but I assume it's the same modifier. Huh?
Hang on 1 second. Oh, Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same modifier.
I'll still go with that original
3.
roll, but you gotta remember, whenever I say intelligence check, that's just check, not the
Alright.
save.
I know I hit the wrong one.
With the 15, you can tell that the boat at most would be worth 20 gold, and with what Guy told you, the brothers probably paid even less.
That's it.
Well, of course they didn't tell how much they bought it for, but if they called it stealing, then yeah, they probably definitely paid a lot less than just 20 gold for it.
Pretty sure I can go knock out every mercenary and everybody on that dock, and then knock out the brothers and steal the boat and get less of a bounty from that. Guide, I have a new plan. I'll be right back.
Dun 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 dun.
Insert to music.
Why do they?
Why do I hear boss music all of a sudden?
I mean, that's up to you, DM. I mean, would that incur more of a $20 bounty or $20 easy 20 gold?
Yeah, attacking multiple people and then stealing property would incur more than a 20 gold bounty.
I have an idea. Who's seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? I don't care if that heist went by horribly. We're doing it.
All right, guys. What do you think we should do? Do you want to get?
Yeah, I want to get.
Yeah, you did cut out there, Appo.
I don't know what's going on with my microphone. Give me a second. All right. Hello.
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 Is it better now? Is it good?
Yes. It was bad for a moment, but
fantastic.
yeah, it's good now.
All right, guys. I will follow you. If you need any assistance, just let me know.
Okay. I think I have an idea. Oppo, you will guide the ship underneath the water. While you're doing that, just in case things go south, I will be under the water, disguised as as a shark, in case the Tritons do end up attacking. That way, you'll at least have some protection, just in case.
Do both of you know how to make me larger?
I got that covered.
Very well.
And I can also cast Pass Without a Trace on you. And as long as Guide isn't casting another spell, then she can do it in her wild shape form, by the way. I can cast Pass Without a Trace on you, which will make it so you could try to get through the area quieter. And possibly even sneak out the boat without even being seen.
Very well.
We'll take it to a very quiet area of the island. I mean, of the Peninsula. What is this area called again?
Peninsula.
This is a
Peninsula.
bay.
Oh, of the most quietest part of the bay. Okay. And we'll get the. And we'll have to lay low. Wait for the heat to die down. While we hide it there. Once the heat dies down, we'll give
Very
it
well.
to the man. We'll give it back to the man. See if we could buy it off of him. And then we sail to Bedonia.
Let us hope this works.
Like out of character, you guys really not want to do this split anymore.
What?
The reason we did this, the split. Well, I guess the ultimate. So never mind.
I mean, for the most part, even with the boat, it's still gonna take a shit like at least a month and a half. So I mean,
Yeah.
alternative modes of transportation. Apple gets to act as the anchor. You know how it is.
Apple gets and he gets a good drink in the meantime.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's
Always
also good.
energized all the time.
It's also good in the fact that, we can be fucking pirates, take down. We could be like, those pirates that like hunt other pirates and like, turn them in, get the bounties, make money that way,
Mhm.
If I get a harpoon gun, I'm okay with it.
We can see a thieves this shit.
Oh boy.
I didn't expect this to happen.
I say this
Well,
as
when
if
ADHD,
What was that?
1 second, guys.
all right,
What? Do you have to go?
when you get ADHD and pirates, and you put them together, you get us. No, I think they're talking to their
Ah.
one of the people that's nearby them. Apo just becomes Gobber and is able to take his hand off and put a hook on whenever he needs to. No, no one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it. So is that what you guys are gonna do?
I have no. Let me get the metal "You Are a Pirate" song going. I mean, we're gonna give it back. Wow,
Possibly.
maybe. But see, DM, this is what you need to learn. Your players are on crack and are willing to do stupid shit because the hell with your planning.
Okay. And
Sorry, I'm back.
James. Welcome back.
I'll come back.
Um,
So
okay. Guy will say, and if all things don't go as planned, I could always maybe make a wall of water that and break it through the brothers' dock. That way, the guards will be more distracted with with trying to save the dock than trying to take back the boat, or at least most of them will.
Velvet, do you have anything you can suggest?
Uh, not at the moment.
Well, then I suggest let's go have a look at the dock and see who's around. At the very least, we can get prepared.
so you guys are just gonna look around, see these.
Yes.
Okay. If you guys want to like get a feel of how the dock works and like what the work schedule is like here, workload is like here, go on and roll investigation.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. Give me one.
Natural 20.
Oh God. Oh, hello. After two nat ones. Hello.
And another nat fuck.
Last Saturday all over again, but this time I don't mind it. um,
I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yeah, that's about right.
oh. Hold on a moment, sorry.
I kind of want Velvet to roll investigation and get another nat 20.
Well, she already did and got a dirty 20.
I didn't realize that was theirs. Okay. I mean, it's still
So
It's still
what?
pretty high.
Still pretty high. Yeah. Okay, see you, Naraya. Okay, anyways. So, guide. I'll start with Velvet if you don't mind, because she has a lower roll. She has. Yeah. You notice that they try to act very quickly with moving the fish into iced boxes and like to preserve it, but they don't seem to catch a lot of it. Half of it sticks out longer than it honestly should. Uh, and you just notice that a lot of these guys don't really seem to be equipped or trained to be doing this. Guide and Apo, you notice this a lot, and you notice that the only people that seem to be trained in any of this operation, are the people behind the wheels, behind the what's the term for? It's not the steering wheel. What is it called for the ship?
a schooner.
No, the schooner is a type of ship. I mean, like the wheel that they use to turn the.
Oh, I mean, you can just call it the wheel.
Yeah, yeah. You notice that the only people that seem to be trained in anything at all during this entire thing are the people behind the wheels of the ships and the people giving order to those moving the fish into the ice chests, into the ice boxes and whatnot.
The wheel is called the rudder. Sorry, I thought I might want to.
The rudder is the thing that the wheel controls, isn't it? I mean, if that's the
Yeah.
case, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, those seem to be the only trained people in any regard at all in this entirety of the operation. And as you look, you realize that the only reason these brothers are like successful at all isn't less that they actually have a good fleet, is that they have just so many compared to other fishermen.
Cheap quality, it seems.
Yeah. Quantity over quality.
My creator would cringe at all of this nay nonsense. Okay, sorry, he doesn't say that.
Cringe nene, baby.
Cringe nay nonsense. No. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna look.
Guide Velvet, you gonna say anything?
Um,
Oh wait, and one more thing. Guide and Apo, since you both rolled nat 20s, can you also roll natures for me?
Okie
Yeah.
dokie.
26.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, did you get?
Another nat 20.
Holy
So more
shit,
about
did you?
fucking nature than Guide does. God damn.
Uh,
3 nat 20s in a row. I need to point that out.
it's. Oh yeah, there it is. I'm seeing it. I'm being dumb. So yeah. Of course, somehow Appa knows more than Guide does. Uh, but I mentioned bycatch earlier. Things like sharks and flounders and things that you typically aren't really supposed to catch with a net. They seem to be treating these as special items where like they're more hurriesome to get the sharks into different ice boxes than anything else. And even though you guys are from like complete opposite side of the continent, you know that generally speaking it's looked down against to catch these types of fish in this manner and to keep them.
Apples. Jesus.
Yeah.
Apple's blood begins to boil.
Guide really doesn't
See what
give
I
a
did there?
shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Of course you don't.
I mean, she's a little bit annoyed that they might be killing endangered animals.
you you'd think that a druid would care a bit more about the fucking over of nature.
I mean, she's gonna fuck them over anyways, so she's technically saving two groups of people. Also, Guide wasn't really trained as a druid. She was trained. I mean, you have to think. Her mother, who was the only trained druid, died whenever she was like a child. So she really only learned how to be a druid for criminal reasons, not really like nature
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah, fair enough.
Good enough. Good enough. That'll work.
Yeah. But yeah, you notice that.
Um, Guide will say, "I might." Hold on. Are the ice boxes being kept on the ship?
No, they're on the dock, and there's like a system of cranes and pulleys for the bigger stuff that they either use to just put the sharks wholesale into boxes on their own, or they use to lift up the nets and are able to tip those over into boxes.
Hmm.
Like what they do is that the ship docks and they start to put their catch onto the dock.
And okay, Guide will say, I might have an idea on how we can create a distraction.
All right.
However, I'll need to go at it alone. And Guide is going to walk over to the shoreline.
Wait, before we begin, are you going to try to steal the ship now because it's nowhere near guard change time?
No. She's not. She's not.
Okay.
Um, and she is going to jump into the water and turn into. I can become a killer whale, but I feel like it's too shallow for that.
Uh,
Mm,
12 feet, it'll be a very, very kind of almost beach kind of thing.
it would be a tight fit, but
Your
killer whales
fin,
can beach themselves and recover from that.
Uh,
your fin will be sticking up out of the water, though. I will say that.
Yes, it will
what's a
be.
small shark that isn't really targeted by predators? Tiger shark?
A great white.
Yeah, tiger or a reef shark. Like the only thing that goes after reef sharks are bigger sharks, and those are unlikely to be here, at least this close.
Okay. Um, Guide is going to turn into a tiger shark.
Okay.
That's smaller. That's a smaller
Yeah.
shark, right?
It's like, hold on, let me. 10 to 14 feet.
Okay, yeah. So small enough, I think, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that if it's classified as a medium, well, you can turn it into any creature. So as long as it's not above CR1 or anything, and you've turned into higher CR creatures, so yeah, it's fine.
and Guide is going to try to find some sharks or maybe some whales or anything or something like that. Like very big fish, basically.
Get
Okay.
tuna. On a big ass fish, get
Using
tuna. Like Jesus.
using the sharks sheet now. I roll for perception. May I ask why you're looking for this stuff?
You'll see. Hold on. Okay, tiger shark is not a.
Yeah, just look up shark. It's not an actual, but we could just say for flavor, it's a tiger shark.
Okay, I'll do reef shark then, since that's
Yeah.
a better one. Okay, perception +2. Wait, can I not just use a normal perception?
From what I understand of druids, you have to use the. From what I understand of druids, you have to use
The
that
animal.
character's sheet, that animal's sheet, while you are that animal.
Okay. Um,
Wait, are you telling me that when? Well, hold the hell up.
Hmm.
If you turned into gorilla, I was about to get fucking Harambe. How is he gonna become the villain? You do not want to be. That is not a canon event in this goddamn universe. I'm not allowing that.
okay, so I
I've
rolled
gone
a,
to shit since Harambe.
hold on.
Oh, I thought you had a better perception as a shark. But yeah, with a 13, there are some like uh not flounder, but like large groupers and the like in this bay area. Some sea bass.
Um, Actually, for wild shape, it only changes the druid's strength, dexterity, and constitution scores. So I would still
Well, yeah,
use
you
my
keep.
Well,
normal
there you go.
perception.
What does perception use?
You're back.
It's wisdom.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah, but for attacks and the like.
Yeah, for everything else, I would use my attacks and stuff like that
Okay.
for the animal.
So yeah, 22%. You notice that like towards almost the exit of the bay, like basically where the bay ends and the ocean starts to become wider. There's this giant Goliath grouper sitting in a shipwreck.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Guide is
Thank you.
going to swim over to the grouper and say,
And say,
and
It's like, blah, 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 blah.
talking to him, basically saying, "Hey, buddy, would you like a chance to win a lot of fish?"
Question: are you A, telepathic, and B, using speak with animals?
I would be using speak with animals. Also, I thought I could speak with animals if I'm in wild shape.
Hold
Or
on.
do I? Hold on.
Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Wild shaping does not grant a druid and more of a sense of communication, body language, pheromones, or anything else than they had when in caster form.
Um,
And a druid cannot cast spells while in wild shape, but can manipulate them.
I thought I could speak with animals in wild shape.
You still can manipulate it, so if you casted it before you dove into the water.
I'll be
Yeah,
right back.
I'll just say that
Yeah.
I did. And
Okay.
I'll tell the grouper, hey, do you want a chance to win a lot of fish?
What do you want?
You see, over by that dock over there, there's a ship that me and my friends are trying to steal. And on it, okay, it's gonna be a lot. And if you can help us with this job, I will give you several giant boxes full of fish.
What would I have to do?
Just attack some of the guards. Maybe try to create a distraction away from the ship while we steal it.
Uh, Out of character. You know how Goliath Grouper acts in the wild, right?
How do they act?
Like, they're kind of a wait until it gets close enough for me to suck it in, Predator. I mean,
Oh,
they can chase something and they can create big splashes on the water. So, I mean, that would still work, but like they're not typically a chase predator. They are a predator though. And actually, if you had failed on that speak with animals, you would think you were food.
ah, okay. Um,
I could splash the water.
hmm, that
They like my
probably
they like catching my kind for some reason.
that might work, but hmm. Would the fishermen run to the shore if there was a Goliath grouper there?
They would try to catch it, yeah.
Like on the shore? Like would they run like to try? I don't know
Um,
how fishermen works.
Hold on. No, they would run out onto the docks to catch it because of how this is made. It's basically a straight drop into the water. Like, hold on.
Okay.
Uh, like this here is all a straight drop into the water.
Okay. Um, Guide will tell him, all right, here's the plan. When um in the sky you will see a in the sky you will see a signal. It'll be a giant glowing bird
All right.
over to where I want you to start split. Well, it won't be a giant glowing bird, but it'll be a glowing bird over where I want you to start splashing. When I give, and that'll be your signal and your marker.
Um, he starts to swim out of where he's made his home in that shipwreck, and you notice that he is now albino, or at least, or more
Oh,
accurately, piebald.
so they're definitely going to go after him.
Probably. Hmm. I will try. No guarantees.
And when the job is done, I will make sure that you are paid in as many fish as you want.
Hmm. All right. Sounds good.
God, this guy's not energetic whatsoever.
He's a fucking Goliath grouper. What do you expect?
I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more excitement over. Yeah, I'm gonna give you literally giant crates full of fucking fish. You literally never have to eat for like an entire week.
Though I will say, don't just because he's not energetic, don't underestimate him. Like these things are known for causing issues for people who catch them. It takes hours to bring them in sometimes. Lead the way. I will find a place to hide until the signal.
All right. I just want you to stay closer to this area, and guide is going to swim over to here to these docks, like close enough where like if word goes around that it's there, that the people from this area will run over, but not too far away. That I mean, not too close to where like people are going to have to like book it to get there,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, I get you.
The guide's gonna say, I'll give you the signal of where I'll give you the signal around nighttime. You'll definitely be able to see the bird. Just look to the sky.
All right.
And with oh
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah, you continue.
And with that, guide is going to start swimming up and jump out of the water and transform back into yourself.
As you start to swim out, because of how no, the sharks call forward facing eyes. Can you make another perception for me as you start to swim away?
Um 24.
You notice that
20.
like as you start to swim away, a small like a school of mackerel starts to swim by in front of the grouper, and then slowly turns to it, and then opens its mouth, and suddenly half of that school is sucked in to its mouth.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how they eat in real life. Like, all fish do that, but like groupers are especially scary because of how big their mouth is to cause that vacuum.
Okay, and guide is going to jump onto the shore.
Okay. Uh, a as you you land at the feet of a green tiefling. Oh, you went for a swim, didn't you?
Yes. Um
As you look at him, you notice he's very well adorned in jewelry with chains between his horns.
what is your name?
Malleus.
Melius. Does that name sound familiar?
Yes, you passed by his shop earlier.
Oh, I think I've seen your shop before.
Well, I would hope so. It's near the center of the city for a reason.
Um would you mind are you closed at the moment? I wouldn't mind looking around.
Well, I'm out and about, but I was just about to head back.
Okay. Um
Though it'll take me a little bit to open back up. Be there in about hour, 30 minutes, and everything will be opened up again.
okay. Just a question.
Hmm.
Nothing too big. Would you happen to have any like magic items that might help with ship sailing?
That is oddly specific. I will have to look into my my stores for that, but I think I might have something.
Thank you, Malleus. I'll make sure to check by.
With that, he waves and starts to walk away.
All right, and Guide is going to head back to the group and say, "All right, I might have just found. I have a distraction that might buy us a little bit more than 15 minutes to get the thing out of there." It's a giant grouper. These fishermen will go crazy for it as he splashes at the shoreline. It's going to be close enough that they can just run on the docks and try to catch it. Meaning that we can steal the ship, get out of there, and maybe even get out of there unseen. Is anyone there?
Is anyone still here?
Yeah. I'm just listening. Yeah. I am here.
There is a problem, though. I kind of promised him a lot of fish. So, along with that distraction, we're going to have to pile fish on the boat. So,
How much fish?
I told him, I mean, it's a grouper, so he probably needs a lot. I mean, we could always go back as well, I'm sure. Never told him when I would give it to him. But
Well, I am not exactly known for being great at catching fish, but I will try.
you don't need to be great at catching fish, Apo. Do you see how many fish are in the docks right now? We just need to get we just need to get some of those boxes on the boat. Look,
Hmm.
all we gotta do, all right, once they're distracted with the grouper, all right, that'll be, I'll cast Pass Without Trace on all of us. We can sneak in, quickly get about, I mean, these boxes are pretty big, so probably about like 5 or 6 boxes, maybe even 10 if we get lucky. Get that boat out of there in 30 minutes, 15 if we're fast enough. And then, well, before that, Velvet will cast Enlarge on you. We'll get on the boat, get it out of there, and then we'll meet on a quiet area. I'll get the grouper to come over to us, and then we'll give him all the fish that we possibly can. Once we're done with that, we'll wait for the heat to die down after a couple days while we hide the ship, give it to the man, pay for it. Then we can get out of this town as heroes.
I have been a part of many an adventurer, crusades and wars, and this has been new to me.
Oh, come on. You'll look, it's your first heist, Oppo. Trust me, once the adrenaline hits, it's gonna be.
I do not feel
I'm sure there's. I mean, come on, your creator had to have built some sort of adrenaline boost in you. I mean, I've seen how you fight. You get pretty heated. Unless it's just the steam
what's
coming out
that?
of you, but
I believe that is just a steam.
mm, that was a
Either
that was
way, I will assist. I will assist in any way that I can. Just let me know what part I need to play.
just the muscle. Don't worry. Just get the fish on the boat. All right. I will make sure that everything goes according to plan. And if we do end up getting caught, I can transform into a killer whale, jump into the water, and if they try to attack you, then I can just get to them before they can get to you.
Very well then. Then I suppose we must wait until nightfall.
Yes, of course. But before then, I do want to talk to Malleus. He says he might have something to help us sail the ship. And I want to try to get it out of there as quickly and quietly as possible.
All right. Do you need me to accompany you, or would you like me to stay here?
I would like you to accompany me. I think just in case we've been listened on.
Well, leave.
And I guess that'll be a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get all my wild shape back. Okay. Then I will head over to Malgo. Oh,
Oh, Velvet. There
One's
you go.
coming in.
and then after a little while, I'll head over to Malleus's shop.
Malleus.
Yeah,
He's
Malleus's shop.
You're good, Velvet.
What does the shop look like in the inside?
as it is as you enter it, there are, first of all, as you look outside, there are glass windows all around the outside to where it isn't connected to another building. So you clearly see inside. And this is one of the more wondrous shops you've been in. There's like model flying devices and magical creatures up flying. And of course, the ones that can fly, like griffins and dragons and the like, hanging from the ceiling. Along the wall, there's depictions of great battles and spells being used, the like. And on the inside, you see uh, where the walls aren't painted, there are what's the word? Uh, I'm sorry, the word is starting to fail me. Um, Racks of some weapons here and there. And you see Malleus behind the counter.
Guy will walk up to Malleus and say, "Wow, I wondrous really seems like an understatement here."
Oh, I try to be a little bit modest. I find being overly gaudy about it makes people not want to come in.
Well, I can take modest. Did you find any magic items that might help with sailing?
Yes, I did. Give me a moment. He quickly runs into the back again for a little while.
Please be the magic sail from Wind Waker.
It's not anything like that.
Ugh.
And he comes out, and with this weird, I guess, yeah, it's in like a small, looks like a small wooden lockbox. Uh, and as he sets it down, you see that it is a blank piece of paper with in the very top right of it an inkwell and a quill pen that's in the direct center of the paper with string going into each side of the box.
And what does it do?
Oh, watch. Map right. Make give me the layout of Gennaro. It waits a few moments before the strings suddenly pull the quill pen towards the inkwell and starts and dips in it, and then it quickly starts to almost moving as if it were a like an etch and sketch. It starts to very quickly make a map of the town.
Wow, that's not what I was expecting, but
Yes,
I wasn't expecting any of this.
it makes a map based on where it's around its center. Plus, it, plus it will actively update it as you move.
That is highly useful.
Yes,
How much is it?
I honestly didn't expect anyone to ever ask for this. I'm especially surprised the Laura. I don't know, gotta make sure I get the pronunciation right because I don't want to be a hypocrite correcting you guys all the time. I'm surprised the Laura Valors haven't tried to peddle me out of it. But
Well,
yes, simple an item like this, well, honestly, I'm not sure. I heard at one point they were very, very popular and used everywhere, but I haven't seen one in a long time. It's hard to gauge a price for something like this.
how about this? Um, does around 20 gold sound fair? And do you want me to roll persuasion for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, please be high. Please be high. 14.
14. Okay. Uh,
Can somebody please give me help?
yeah, someone can give help here to give guide advantage.
What do we need to roll?
If you just say you're helping, then it'll give guide advantage.
Very well. I will say I am helping.
It didn't make much of a fucking difference.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um. Hmm. Would you be fine with 30?
Hmm. How about 25 and drinks on me at the inn?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm sober.
Food at the inn?
Wah, wah.
Considering that she is my wife, I think I get plenty of free food.
Um.
I was
Okay.
gonna put a hand on Guy's shoulder and just simply say, "You have tried your best. You have not won this
Okay.
day. It is okay to accept failure."
I'll do 30. And guide will shake on it and take the map.
Yep. And as you take it, the ink starts to disappear from the page and the quill goes back to the center.
I am so glad I chose starting gold.
You now have a magic map.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Is it gonna take us on adventures and learn how to spell things?
um, with that, would you guys mind ending it there for tonight?
We can.
I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Also, we did get someone from my old Twitch chat in here. I don't know if you're still here, Slug, but it is good to see you again, and I'm sorry if I scared you for being gone for so long. See you guys next week with the other group. I stream at the same time as I normally did when I was on Twitch, and I will be with my other D&D group then, and I will see you all then. Bye. Anyone else can say bye? No, just me.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.